Games. Factoids. Gametoids.
Sega!
Everyone thinks that Sonic the Hedgehog's middle name is Maurice, but it's actually the.
Al Nielsen, Sega's marketing team leader, capitalized the article, making it a proper noun. He actually had the registered as Sonic's middle name. Viewers, fight amongst yourselves over that one. The iconic king of pop, Michael Jackson, is largely assumed to have had a role in creating the soundtrack for Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
We caught up with Al Nielsen at PAX East to ask him directly, and he had this to say.
Michael Jackson's involved
Michael Jackson.
in Sonic 3.
Okay, and one of your other questions?
One of my other ones?
I talk with Al probably every day, every other day for a 2-year period. Talk about everything, anything, and everything in between. That's the one subject he would never talk about. But luckily, he wasn't the only guy in the company. So,
As tight-lipped as Al is in this subject, Brad Buxer, who was one of Michael Jackson's composers, told French magazine Black and White that Michael Jackson actually did have a hand in composing the soundtrack for this game, but he didn't like the way it sounded.
Sega loved using planet names for their hardware.
In addition to the Sega Saturn, the 32X was originally codenamed Project Mars, which was preceded by the canceled Project Jupiter, which was Sega's call to arms over the Atari Jaguar. The Game Gear was originally called the Sega Mercury, the Nomad was originally called the Sega Venus, and then the Sega Pluto was basically a Saturn with a built-in Netlink internet modem.
Also, Sega had the Sega Neptune, which was a 32X built into a Genesis console.
Right, they made a few copies of it, but never a lot of them.
With only Earth and Uranus unused, it was clear that Sega had run out of ideas.
I mean, how presumptuous to use the word Earth, and I sure as hell don't want to play a game console named after Uranus.
Gametoids.